Dear Mr. Parker, I'm writing to inform you that my last day at American Airlines will be December 15th. In truth, I've been putting off writing this letter to you more than once, hoping against hope that I could find another path. But as time has gone on, and the airline that I once loved and a devoted career has behaved so reprehensibly, it's become clear there's no other way. I also debated sending this to you, given your announcement and resignation and the changeover in management coming in March. But then I thought, this all happened under your watch. You're the one who should receive this letter. Here's the real truth. I shouldn't be the one that has to leave. It should be you that left long before now. You and every other manager and individual at American that played a role in making this company's response to my sexual assault yet another attack on me and my family. In short then, you should leave, not because it's time for an orderly transition of management, but instead because of what happened to me happened while you were in charge. The people who harmed me are your people. Let's recount just some of what you and your company have done. You promised to pay for my treatment after the assault. You did not. You promised time away for treatment. I didn't get it. You pledged not to retaliate. Retaliation doesn't begin to describe the horror that you put me through. It's not enough at my deposition that your airline's own lawyer asked what finger my attacker used in violating me and how far he inserted it. She asked me this multiple times. You should be ashamed, but I believe you feel no shame nor somehow any responsibility for having hired the man that attacked me. Because I feel responsibility for the men and women who will remain behind at American Airlines when I leave, I'm passing along a short list of things you and the airline need to do differently to protect the women and men who work for you. Number 1, do as you say. Your own standards of business conduct say, if you learn of or suspect illegal or unethical conduct, or if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't seem right, speak up. Those very same standards would say retaliation will not be tolerated. That sounds wonderful, perhaps because someone in HR is a good writer. The problem is those words are utterly meaningless unless the airline is going to back them up with action. As I've learned in my own case, the action never came. In fact, the only actions I witnessed were aimed at ignoring these standards and violating and victimizing me again. Number 2, get your managers some training. Given the standards above of what I witnessed, I can only assume that many of your managers have not received proper training or instruction on how to treat employees, especially when these are victims of sexual assault. If you've not already provided the training, please do so immediately. If you've provided this training, ask yourself, where did we go wrong? In what part of our training did it say that it was okay to ask a sexual assault victim what she was wearing when the attack happened? This is what one of your own HR managers asked me. Number 3, put your frontline people first. When someone flies American Airlines, they don't see your face, Mr. Parker. They see mine. They see the faces of all my flight deck and cabin crew members. They see ticket agents, baggage handlers, maintenance team members, and all of the other thousands of people it takes to run an airline. They don't see you, they don't see the board members, or anyone else in the C-suites. Those on the front line matter. We are the faces, the voices, and the helping hands who work for your passengers, my passengers, every single day. If American succeeds, it's because of us. When one of your front line steps forward with a complaint, you should listen, not ignore them, as you did me, not attack them as you did me, not retaliate against them as you did me. I have very little faith you will listen to, let alone adopt and act on any of these points, but I feel obligated to say them aloud and share with them where possible, because my failure to do so would amount to an endorsement of how you have run my airline, and I will not under any circumstances do that. Perhaps you could pass along these ideas to the incoming CEO, Robert Isom. Maybe he's a good listener, or at least a better one. Please take care of my passengers and my colleagues. Please treat them better than you did me. Sincerely, Kimberly Gosling.